Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Non-League 2 Premier League here with Bath City on FM26. As we finished the episode last time, you would have seen we are up in third place, so we are quite safe in the playoff spots. I was saying that my goal difference of 26 being the joint highest in the league helps me out a lot, because even if I drop 3 points and I drop down to 42 for example, I'd still be higher than them because of goal difference. We are playing today against Maidenhead, who are down in 10th in the table. So this is a match we need to be winning to keep us going. Luckily, Fish's injury in the last game wasn't too serious, so he has returned. So we do not have to rely on Mabika. My backup option, I decided it's going to be Alves as a backup option up top. And obviously we have Keto as well as a decent option. Ben's still in goal. Like I said, he's impressed me a lot. Him and Wiles Richards are so similar in what they do. I can't really decide between them, so it's going on personal preference, and at the moment my personal preference is Bins. I feel like a lot of the time when I watch the matches and the highlights, it's Bins who's making the more impressive saves. Go out there and give their fans their money's worth. And here we go, kick off for another league game here in the Enterprise South. Each game feeling more and more important. Every game I play, I look at that table and I think, I need to win this because of this. The top of the table between 2nd and like 10th is just still so close, which happens a lot. You'll see in non-league, especially in real life. It happens a lot where the table's so close, and one or two fixtures, one or two results can change the whole look of the table, and it stays like that till towards the end of the season. And that's a great ball through to Brad Ash. Takes it down here. Look back at Reigns, who has a pop, and that's over the bar there. I will mention again, guys, I am recording this whilst I'm streaming on Twitch, so if you do want to check me out on Twitch, there'll be a link to it in my channel. Where you can see me live stream. I'll be doing this every Tuesday from around 4 PM. And here's an attack here, and that's over the bar, I apologise. Maidenhead not looking too impressive at the start possession wise, but they are taking opportunities as they come. It's another team we're coming up against who are playing that 4-2-3-1 tactic, which is the whole reason I decided to drop my wingers back to counter this kind of formation. And so far for me, it's worked pretty well. The wingers have been kept quiet by Greenslade and Reigns out wide. And attacking wise, they're continuing on. Greenslade's on great form there. Plays it back to Tilson. On his weaker foot, drags that wide. But that is another opportunity just after the first opening 15 minutes there for Bath. I was discussing if there was a way of doing stadium updates on this, because I think I mentioned it before. Our home stadium, Bath, I know we're not at home here, but just in general, doesn't look like the one in real life at all. And it seems like FM has a thing where everything has to be seats and you don't really have anyone standing up. Interestingly, I was talking to one of my friends the other day about Bath City and their stadium, and if rumours that I've heard are believed to be correct, some of the seats within our seating area, we have some blue ones, we actually got them from Manchester City when they did a refurb or something on their stadium, which was an interesting fact to find out, that we got those chairs all the way from Manchester. And obviously Twerton Park, as it was formerly known, used to be home to Bristol Rovers as well in its early days, until Bristol Rovers moved into Bristol rather than being in Bath, and that's when Bath City was made. And Jenkins Davies from distance, that's an easy save there for the Maidenhead keeper. He plays that long, and Bath defence will deal with that. Batten again looking like he's having a good game. He's becoming more and more important out of nowhere. Reigns at the near post gets that clear. Out wide again to the Maidenhead. Harriet. That's a good save by Binns. And this is what I mean about Binns. So many highlights of him making stops and saves. Brad Ash down that wing now. Can he pick Fish out in the box? No, he can't, but it falls back to Beardmore to reset. A couple of 1-2s with Danny Boy out wide there. And they have to play it back to Parsal to reset. Where's Batten going to go with this? He looks towards Luke Ross in midfield. He looks for Ash. He has a shot almost crept in, but it is round the post there for a corner to Bath City, which nothing comes of. Bath absolutely dominating the ball at the moment. What a first half this is in terms of possession, but we're not making enough with it. And that was a dreadful ball by Tilson. Rains tried to keep that in, but he's just nodded it back to Maidenhead, and they counter us. And it looks like a good counter. They've got him behind Rains there. That's another save by Bin. Should have done better personally, I think. Bartley on the corner now. Rains clears, falls out to Yearwood. Manages to get in the box, spins again. He knows how to parry the ball, that's for sure. But why doesn't he catch anything? That's my question. Bath sitting at 80% possession here, but Maidenhead having the majority of the chances. Tilson wins that back though, in the middle of the park. Fisher to Beardmore. Greenslade now just lets them take the ball from his feet. And they're going to build up another opportunity here, another chance, another shot. I think I need to drop us potentially. And they've let Harriet run through a gap, and he's done another shot. Another save there by Binns. Another corner for Maidenhead, but for all his position here, we're not creating anywhere near enough. And we look overly comfortable in possession, but doing nothing with it. Nothing. They don't give a fucking rubbish what I say. Right. And they're going to attack us straight away down that wing with Harriet. For all his possession, boys, we need to be more positive. We need to get something from it. Russ doing that little dink between two players he always does. And now Jenkins Davies has gone down injured. And this is our horror show for Bath. They've had to get out of play, which means Jenkins Davies is going to have to come off the pitch. And we're losing some of our most important players here. Another injury. And he has to come off. Just when you feel like things can't get much worse. You have a simple replacement there with Sweeten. Ross Beardmore, Sweeten. Like Beardmore's going to be in that cam role, out of position. Forced into a change early in the second half. Jenkins Davies would be stood over this as well if he was still on the pitch. But Danny's over it. He was going towards that top corner, but easily collected by Maidenhead's keeper there. Boots it on to Parsal. Parsal with the easy clearance into Sweeten there, but nothing coming of it. And Bath with 3/4 of the ball, and they're not using it enough. So Batten's going to push forward now to Russ, to Rains. Rains cuts inside again, has to go back to Russ. Rains now down the line, he's hacked down by Williams. And will the ref show him a card there? No, he's just told him that he's pushing his luck. Greenslade over the ball. Rains is looking very tired. Plays it short to Ash, back to Greenslade. Where's he going to go with this? He can't be losing it there, so he has to go all the way back to Tilson to Russ. Bath maybe resetting here. That's a poor ball forward. And here come the substitution cavalry. Gibbons on. Alves is coming on. For Brad Ash, I think. Keta Diawa for Danny Boy. And that is my changes for now. I don't want to change Batten and Parsal. They're so key to my defence. I don't want to take them off yet. And can Maidstone make something of this opportunity now? They saw very little of the ball, but as you see, they still be making opportunities. And that really should be worrying Bath. Because how you can have that much of the ball and not be winning is beyond me. Yearwood, handball there. Surely he gets a yellow. He does. And we start here from a free kick with Batten. Batten plays that wide straight to Gibbons to Ross. Into Sweeten, straight forward to Beardmore. There's a good run by Fish, who plays it back to Keto. Keto now, and it was offside. And it's getting frustrating now towards the 70th minute. I need more from my team. I'm going to praise them. Try and keep the confidence up. Let's not bash them now. Pass out with a good clearance, but it falls to Williams with a long shot, but it's blocked again. Come on, Bath. Can we do something? Please, 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 can we do something? We were building up a good streak, but if this doesn't go our way, a couple of draws on the bounce. And that's an opportunity, but it's a good save for Binns. And we reset at the back. Keto now to Sweeten. Out to Keto. Pass out. We are being patient with our build-up here. And we are poking and prodding for a goal. Will that come from Keto out wide, who takes on the win back well? Where's his options? Plays him out to Sweeten. Cleared there. Parcell wins a header to Beardmore, to Sweeten to Russ. Beardmore again, what a goal! What a goal. Russ is racking up the assists these past few games. He's looking tired out on the pitch, but so are a load of them. Injuries to the squad and fixtures coming thick and fast. And we're starting to struggle a bit. But Beardmore now, he was pushed up into that cam roll when Jenkins Davies went off injured, has grabbed the goal to put Bath 1-0 up. And that's a much needed goal there for Bath. But that's a long ball into the box. Bath do win it, but it's back in. Tilson now clears. Alves can't win that. And Maidstone back on the attack up wide with Williams. The ball in, he looks unmarked. Poor header really, and straight out Binns for a comfortable save. Binns out wide now to Parcell. Keto now. Keto is looking more and more promising as these games go by. Talking of him, he's here on the throw now. Into Sweeten to Keto again. Here you go to Sweeten to Keto. Tilson playing it. Russ now goes to take a shot. It's blocked and it's cleared, but it's going to fall back to Bath with Parcell out wide again. Played back into Parcell now. He's weighing up his options. Keto and Sweeten building up some chemistry down this left with a few 1-2s. And they play it back. They're going to have to reset. This Maidstone defence sitting quite deep, waiting to pick that ball off and counter-attack. Bath City are going to have to try and play around them. And that's what they're doing. And that's a ball forward by Parcell. Fish couldn't get on the end of it, but his pressures forced him to put it out for Bath City throw-in. Keto on the throw now. Here play that into Sweeten, who will play that back. A couple of 1-2s. Keto now to Sweeten. And there we go. We're going back towards resetting again. Bath, like I said, poking and prodding away. But Tilson has to do a tactical foul there. He knew their plan was to counter-attack. We're going to drop from positive to cautious now. And I'm going to quickly try and bring on some fresh legs. Luke Russ for Matthews. It's going to have to be. Matthews out of position. But hopefully he can see out the game for us there. I'm quickly going to swap that all around, I think. So if I go into my tactics, no, Matthews can play there in DM, so I'm going to leave him there. As debating pushing Keto up, but Matthews looks like he'll be comfortable enough to play that DM role for us. Alves there, was he fouled? Doesn't look like it. He was just outstrengthed. And Alves there, he's meant to be in the right wing back spot. He needs to track back better. Harriet's really his man. Keto nods that out. Barrett collects. Another ball to the back post. Binns, it seemed to just slip through his hands there and go out for a corner to Maidenhead. Nothing of it. Very equal game here. Bath be happy to win him 1-0. And Alves stands over a free kick. What can we do from here? Alves weighing up his options. He's played it short to Beardmore. He's found Batten there. Back to Alves. Awful shot. Good idea, I don't mind it, but the end product there was awful. They see Tilson pass out absolutely shattered. But we've got no subs left. And all the players we subbed off were tired themselves. Games are coming thick and fast here. And we had a thin squad as it was, being depleted by more and more injuries. It's going to be hard to keep hold of our position, so every point at this stage is vital. And taking all three from this game could be a big bonus for us towards the end of the season. And Ketty's ran that down the line. He's going to go into the box. And he almost goes all the way. He's upset with himself. He didn't finish that on his weaker foot. But Bath, again, we're up at 70% possession. We have dominated this game. It's just a chance creation that's not been great this game. But we have lost influential players here. Harriet to Robinson here. Will Maidenhead get a chance? They do. That's gone straight through Keto. And that's off the woodwork. Bath getting lucky. The ball's played back in. And that header's over the bar. And Bath City fighting for their lives here into the last 5 minutes. Maidenhead really trying their best. They're creating loads of opportunities. But you can see how the game's been. Bath City possession trying to get their way through. And Maidenhead, when they win that ball back, they counter quickly and create opportunities. That ball's gone all the way through to Beardmore. Beardmore should be putting that away. That's a good save to keep Maidenhead in the game. Alva's on a set piece here. An in-swinging corner it will look like. Running down the clock. 6 minutes in added time due to that injury earlier. It's cleared, but it falls to Beardmore. Out wide to Alves, swings it in. He was offside though. Substitution there for Maidenhead late on. With 4 minutes of extra time to go. Bath will look to hold on here. Into the final minute now. And Maidenhead on a free kick. They put that into the box. Pass on will clear. Straight back to him. Back into the box. It's a shot. Saved by Binns. And that might be the final chance of the game there for Maidenhead. Bath City will be happy that they've seen this through. It's a big kick to clear out field. Sweeten's won that. Will Bath get another opportunity here? Almost. Fish couldn't quite find Alvers there. The dying seconds here, they've played it long. Binns will come out and collect. And that will take us in to the full-time whistle. Here we go, the ref's still not blown. The 6 minutes are gone. But the referee's letting it play. And he's letting it play and Maidenhead have won it back. But that is the final whistle there. I was getting worried there when he was letting it play on and Maidenhead won the ball. I thought they might get one more opportunity. But we walk away with really a good win. A tired team that's dominated possession, had good chances. Trust me, Maidenhead there having a lot of shots and shots on target as well. But it doesn't look like they troubled us that much. And that is a big 3 points to take away from a game in a thick run of fixtures. That takes us here up to second. Maidstone there, after a loss to Hornchurch, looked like they drew to Chelmsford. So we are up 15 points still behind Dagenham, but we are up to second. And we're clear by 1 point of third, 2 points of fourth, and we are 4 points clear of fifth currently. So our worries are getting less and less currently as we start to pull further and further away in the league. We're now looking at we are looking at Jenkins Davies injuries. Do I want it for the next match? No, I don't do that. I'm not wasting the money. I'm not forcing him. He's going to be out for 5 to 6 weeks, and he joins Windsor, who are both out for the next 5 to 6 weeks. And an injury curse is currently on top of my team. You will see how I'm looking at employing an assistant coach there, just bulking up my backroom staff. Next game, you will see us take on Dover down here in 9th place, away from home. So I look forward to that in the next episode. If you did like this episode, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Also check out my Twitch channel where I live stream weekly every Tuesday at around 4 p.m. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.